My name is Clara Evans, and I thought I had the perfect marriage. We lived in a quiet neighborhood just outside Portland, Oregon. White fences, coffee on the porch, kids playing in the yard. From the outside, we looked like any other happy American family. But sometimes, the prettiest homes hide the darkest secrets. It started on an ordinary Tuesday morning. I was reaching for the cereal box when something black caught my eye behind the cabinet. It was a phone. Not mine, not my husband's, at least, not the one I knew about. It was cheap. No case, no charger, just a lonely phone collecting dust. I smiled at first, thinking, oh, maybe Ethan misplaced one again. He was always losing things: his keys, his wallet, his mind before his morning coffee. But then the screen lit up. Unknown number. Can't wait to see you tonight. Heart. The world around me went silent. The dishwasher hummed, the clock ticked, but my heart didn't move. It just sank, deep, heavy, cold. I didn't touch the phone again. Not yet. I just stood there in the kitchen, my hands shaking, the smell of cinnamon cereal suddenly making me sick. When Ethan came home that evening, everything felt different. He kissed me on the cheek, called me babe, and asked about dinner like he always did. But now, every word from his mouth sounded like a lie. Later that night, after he fell asleep, I went back to that phone. No password. And what I saw changed everything. Messages, hundreds of them, late night calls, photos, a woman's name saved simply as J. You make me feel alive again. Tomorrow night, same place? Each message was a blade cutting deeper into my chest.
I sat there, staring at his sleeping face, the man I trusted, the man who promised forever, and I realized forever was already over. But I didn't scream. I didn't cry out loud. I just sat there, letting silent tears fall on my hands, while the phone glowed like a cruel spotlight in the dark. The next morning, he smiled at me across the breakfast table. I smiled back, because sometimes the calm before the storm is the scariest thing of all. The days that followed were quiet. Too quiet. Ethan went to work as usual. I cooked, cleaned, and smiled like everything was fine. But inside, I was crumbling. I needed to know who Jay was. So one morning, while he showered, I took that phone again and called the number. It rang twice. Then a woman's voice answered, calm, soft, almost familiar. Hello? I froze. I couldn't breathe. Then I said, who is this? She paused, and in that silence, I already knew. Clara? She whispered. It was Jessica, my best friend since college, my maid of honor, the woman who held my baby when she was born. I felt the world tilt. I hung up without a word, dropped the phone, and just sat there, shaking, crying, breaking. It wasn't just betrayal from my husband. It was betrayal from the only person I trusted. When Ethan came home that night, I was waiting at the table. The phone lay between us like a confession. Do you have anything to tell me? I asked. He stared at it, then at me, and for the first time, I saw it. Guilt, fear, shame. He didn't deny it. He didn't beg. He just said, quietly, I'm sorry.
Sorry. As if that one word could erase the nights, the lies, the love that wasn't mine anymore.
I didn't scream. I didn't hit him. I just stood up and said, "You don't get to destroy me and call it love." That night, I packed a small suitcase. I took my daughter, Lily, and we left. I didn't know where we were going, but I knew where we weren't staying. A year has passed now. We live in a small apartment downtown. It's not fancy, but it's peaceful. Sometimes, when I pass by the river, I think about that morning, the phone behind the cereal box, the moment my life cracked open. And you know what? It didn't destroy me. It woke me up. Because sometimes losing everything you thought you needed is how you finally find yourself. If you're listening to this story, remember, no matter how broken you feel, you still have the power to begin again. You are stronger than your pain. You are not alone. Broken heart repaired.